Welcome to the 7 Deadly Spotlight, guys. My name is Flante and I hope that you are having a great day. For today's character spotlight, we're going to be talking about the speed Meliodas that you get from just playing the game. Now, this Meliodas is honestly a great unit. He has a lot of uses. Yes, there's characters that can take over for him as soon as you get them deeper into the story, but for the most part, we're going to be talking about how useful he is, where you kind of want to use him, what he has to bring to the table, and just overall if you just want to use this unit or not, depending on what you're doing. Now, his first skill, Triple Strike. It inflicts 110% at the base form, 165% at the second form, 275% at the third form. They all apply a weakness. If you guys do not know what weakness is, it increases damage done to targets with debuffs. So any debuffer that you have on your team, I'll tell you, as a matter of fact, I'll just say it like this: pretty much any debuffer you have, the speed Meliodas will work great with them. Any debuffer, he'll just work great with them. Some debuffers he will work better with, but for the most part, majority of the debuffers, he will just shine. Second ability, Total Counterattack. Take a stance for 1 turn. Alright? And when attack, counterattack and deal 200% damage. Second form. Same stance, right? But this time he reduces the damage by 50% and he deals 300% damage. Third form, this is where we get crazy here. Takes a stance and he gains a void. Then he counterattacks and deals 400% damage. Now, for you guys who do not know what a void is where his ultimate gauge cannot be drained no matter what you do if his counter is up. You would have to stun this unit first and then take the ultimate gauge. Otherwise, you will not be able to take his ultimate gauge until this full counter goes away. His third skill, Soul of the Genie, it inflicts 560% damage to a single enemy and applies cutting. If you guys do not know what cutting is, this is the critical chance by 2 times. As you can see, mine is maxed, so it's not going to say 560%, but that is the base form. This passive, Master of the Fast Tavern. If not attacked, critical chances increased by 50% at the start of the next turn. This is a really good passive. This is the main reason why you would not want to build him with critical hit, but critical damage and attack. You want those stats to be very high. Now, talking about what characters he has synergy with, as I said before, any character that has a debuff, he's really going to be working well with. But as for characters he really has a synergy with, Diane, Strength Diane, that you get SSR Strength Diane. Her second skill, her Sand Whirlpool, reduces the enemy defenses by 20% and seal attack skills for 2 turns. This Meliodas works great with the Strength Diane, simply because of the defense down. And the defense down plus the triple strike with the weakness on it, he's going to hit for at least 18 to 20k. As for other characters he has a really strong synergy with, I'd say you mainly want to pair this Meliodas with damage amps or defense downs. Yes, he can work well with characters that have DOT, but if you really want to get the most out of what he has to bring to the table, you definitely want to pair him with characters that either put a damage amp on the enemy or a defense down on the enemy. If you have an attack buffer on your team, then you can definitely, I'd say you definitely want to roll with a character that does defense down to the enemies. So another character would be Marmas. If you guys do not know who he is the barrel character, the one with the maracas. His gravity times 10 decreases the defense of all enemies by 30% for 3 turns. That is really good with this Meliodas, but I'd say you would have to build Marmas on a more supportive side, so you wouldn't really want him to be squishy. You would build him on a full HP defense set so he can survive, so he can get that defense down for Meliodas to really hurt. Now, speaking for what type of gear to put on him, you guys are really feeling it, you know, you want your Meliodas to go up there, you know he's not going to be hit, you can do full crit damage set. You do that. I'd advise strongly to roll for substats that have attack, and HP. His defense is already in the 2Ks. I'd say a good place to get his defense at is at least, you know, 2.5. 2.5 is a good place, a good resting place to have his defense at. His attack, it could be at 4K, that's fine. His health, you want it to be at least 40K, you know, with substats. Whatever you guys are feeling, you guys can go your own route. That would be nice. I'm just giving you guys some reference to go off of yourself for when you do build him. Now, overall, what do I think about this unit? He's a really great unit, but for the most part, honestly, he's going to be sitting out in a lot of your runs, mainly because of the fact if you guys are pulling a lot and you get a lot of SSRs you want, probably you're going to be sleeping, or not sleeping, you're going to be benching this unit just because he doesn't offer as much damage or utility as the other characters that you'll be pulling. But if you do have quite a bit of defense down and attack amp characters, then this is who you want in your team for the starting rotation. You can put like your main source of DPS in the off slot, so just in case one of your units does die. But for the main part, I'd be saying you could be using him a lot in the story. I think you would definitely be useful in farming as well, in certain boss stages. I'd say that this Meliodas would be definitely more useful against the, I guess you could say, harassment type units, the ones that are always like wailing on your character or whatnot. If they target your Meliodas, that would be great because, you know, full counter, and I suggest putting that full counter to the second all the time. Have it at the second rank up all the time, so he does reduce that damage by 50%. Now, there might have been some things that I disagree with, or some things that I probably said that I contradicted myself. If I do, I apologize. But for the most part, this unit has its uses, but at the same time, he will fall off pretty hard, just due to the fact that there's a lot of characters that are just more versatile than he is. But he is a great unit to be using if you guys do not have the green Meliodas. And his counter, in my opinion, is better due to the fact that it does not go away in a single hit. It goes away after the turn. The green Meliodas, after he is hit once, he counters, and then you can just wail on him. This Meliodas, if he is hit, he counterattacks. He retaliates, but that stance does not go away. He will counterattack that entire turn until that turn is over, which is the reason why I personally like to use him, because there are a lot of instances where I have to put him in there simply because of the fact that if I don't, my other speed units just keep getting focused. I noticed that when I put the Meliodas in there, they tend to focus him, so then I'll just use counter the entire game, and he just pretty much just soaks up the damage, and then I'll full heal him with my king. But I do hope that you guys enjoyed this character spotlight video. Tell me what you think in the comment section down below. I'll be sure to do the rest. I hope that I helped make your guys' day a little bit better. My name is Fonte. Peace.